You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You are never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Build things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane. You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So
Good day, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, let's just lower the volume of my background a bit. Welcome back to Mommy Guide Inc. For those who are new to the channel, welcome, and I am Mommy Lala. Mommy Guide Inc. is actually my channel where I share a lot about my passions, most of them of which are on paper crafting and some of my travels and other things. So again, thank you so much for tonight. We are going to be focusing on creating interactive cards that swing and reveal, right? So for the past couple of days or weeks, I've been focusing on intentionally using up things that I have in my stash that has been there for a long time. Maybe I've used them several times, but I feel not enough. All right. So again, Shanna, good morning, my friend. Rainy, stormy day in Indiana. Oh, I know it started over the several days ago, right? 2 days ago. And it's still there, Shanna. I hope that I'm grateful that at least you still have, power or electricity. And probably, yes, great way to stay indoors at this point. And everybody, please do stay safe and hope that you love watching or crafting alongside me in today's episode. Indeed, today is actually going to be more of a retro kind of interactive dice. Okay, so as I mentioned, I've been focusing in on interactive dice lately because I have a lot of dice. I think for most crafters, okay, hold on, I will just try to fix this one because there you go, it's like it's lopsided, right? Anyway, so there are things in our craft stash or in our craft arsenal that we actually have a lot of. Okay, and most of these are what? You have stamps. I think that's how we all started, right? So stamps, and then we started doing dice, and then stencils because it's a cheaper alternative, and then embossing folders, right? And then after embossing folders came what do you call this? Now press plates. special. Oh, Justine is here, right? Okay. Hi, Justine. Actually, I am, so in love with one of Justine's latest releases for the Spellbinders press plates. If you have not checked that out, I highly suggest that you check out Justine's channel. At the same time, I actually was part of special video hub for one of her latest releases as well. Thank you so much for dropping by, Justine. Yes. So, going back, so those 5 items, I know it's not just me, and I am, I can gladly say that it's just not me. I know that there are a lot of us who have a lot of this. And don't you wish that you actually, can think of more ways to use them? Right? So the question for today, do you know of ways to stretch your supplies? Right? So I did mention 5. Okay, so you have your stamps, your stencils, your dies, your embossing folders, and press plates. I know that we have a lot more, right? But finding more ways to actually use them than what they're just, actually used for, wouldn't that be amazing? So we can really get, the, what do you call this, get back the, we will not feel guilty about spending so much for something. For in my case, I love building up my my tools, so to speak, right? Because these things are not what do you call this, consumable. So I know that if I need to use them again and again and again, and if I am able to do so, then it's gonna be worth the money that I've spent for it. Okay, but most of the time we use it for once, twice, and then that's it, right? So that's why Lynn of LV Handcrafted actually thought of this beautiful idea of coming up with a masterclass that will help us, stretch the use of your supplies. And this is called the Stretch Your Supplies Masterclass. Yes. So please, I would just like to share this before I start. Yes, I'm teaching a masterclass and it's all about stretching your supplies. And guess what I am going to be, teaching? All right. The reason why I've been doing a lot of dies is because, hold on. Okay, where is that? Okay, let me see. Yes. So I'm going to be teaching stretch your supplies with your dies. Right? So that's why I've been, digging up all my dies and different kinds of dies and finding means and ways to actually, how can I still use this other than its usual thing? And so it was so much fun putting this class together. So it's not just me in this workshop. So there's 5 days of awesome workshop. So day 1 will be how to stretch your stamps. Okay, so 5 ways to stretch your stamps. That's going to be taught by Shalana. And then day 2 will be taught by Meg, okay, on 5 ways to stretch your stencils. Day 3 will be 5 ways to stretch your embossing folders. Oh my goodness. I know one of the things that I really need to think of ways to use are my embossing folders. I have not used them enough. So I'm super excited about Stacy's class. And then of course, day 4 is yours truly's class. Okay, 5 ways to use your dies. And last but not the least of this class will be 5 ways to use your press plates. Okay, so we do have an offer right now. There's a 10% off on any mystery bag or box until April 15th. So you might be wondering, what the heck is a mystery box or bag? Okay, so this is what a mystery box is. So every time that LV Handcrafted, Lynn, our dear friend, LV Handcrafted, does a masterclass, she has these mystery boxes. And for this masterclass mystery box, it will contain all of these things, about 1 to 3 hot foil or press plates, hot foil sheets, 3 to 5 stamps and dies, 1 paper pad, embellishments, ink pad, and free all access pass, meaning all the 5 classes I mentioned, you will get absolutely free. Right? So just for the price of the mystery box and up to April 15, it's actually 10% discount. And of course, that super cute panda collectible button. All right. So that is going to be a masterclass that's going to be happening last so I think April 21 to 25 of this month. And yes, it's open for registration. The link is in the description of this video. Yes. Hello, Sammy. Hi, Jay. All right. So just hit the like. Thank you so much, Shanna. Yes, and everybody saying hi to everybody. All right. So that is why I've been playing around with my dice. And last Saturday, was it Saturday or Wednesday's live stream, I asked, I'm sorry about my voice. I'm still a bit under the weather. My voice may come and go. And every now and then I might mute myself because I will have this coughing fits. Okay, but I didn't want to not go live because, that starts the trigger or it triggers what do you call this, procrastination, right? So I said, as long as I love crafting, I love sharing crafting, my crafting journey, right? So unless I'm really really sick, I will go live, right? So again, so that is what, so I counted more or less ballpark figure, I have more than like 1,000 dice. So I said that's why when this class was offered, okay, when we were Lynn was thinking of starting it off and looking for instructors, I said, oh, dice. I volunteered not because I'm so awesome at using my dice or I'm the best at using my dice. No, my dear friends, it's because I, like you, just like you, would love to find ways to actually use this dice that I have, right? Although I've been crafting and using dice for several decades now, so I do know that I could absolutely share some tips and techniques that might be fun for you to be able to stretch your supplies as well. All right, so for tonight's episode, these are some of the stamps, and there are several stamps, but mostly dice that I will work with. So this is called the reveal wheel. So this was introduced by Lon Fawn. So this is the reveal part of the interactive card. So it comes in, this is what it comes with. So this die. Okay, and then it comes with, these are add-ons that they released in so many different fun ways and themes. Okay, I'll show you in a bit. All right, and then of course another part of this die set, okay, are these two. Okay, so this is basically the mechanism that allows it for it to, for something to be revealed. Okay, and it turns around. That's why it's called a reveal wheel. So again, this has been in my stash. I've created several projects with this, but I feel not enough. So I'm doing something with it today. All right, so it also comes with, again, separate purchase, a die that you can use. It's called the reveal wheel sentiments. And I'm going to be actually taking some of the sentiments from here, or probably from here. This is another sentiment that you can use your reveal wheel. This is the reveal wheel, friends and family sentiments. They actually released so many. There's even one for like the holidays, a lot. There's really a lot. So that's why I said, I should. The reason I bought this is because I said, wow, this is going to be super useful because it can be used for anything and every occasion, right? But then again, how many times I've used this? I don't think I've used it more than 10. So not enough. Now for the swing part of the interactive card that I'm going to create today, it's going to be from MFT, or My Favorite Things, another manufacturer that creates beautiful, amazing, interactive dies. Okay, I've already pre-cut everything, so it's gonna be faster. Okay, but these two panels are actually, and this one is actually from Lon Fawn again. Okay, this is called the Stitch Hillside. Okay, this is it comes in portrait and landscape. This is the portrait, and then there is like an add-on for the inside. Okay, I also have that one. Okay, so this is the grass hill side. And then you have the cover die that is stitched clouds. Okay, so again, all this from dies. As I told you, I really want to, I dug into my die collection while planning for this coming masterclass. And I, saw a lot of dies that, my goodness, why am I not using this? Right? So I actually, when I was going through it, I die cut so many. I will show you, my friend. So that in the next coming, if something happens or I need to, immediately do something, look, I've already cut several, of them so that in the event, all right? So, when another technique you can do is so that you can sure that you can use your stash when you as long as it's something that you can personalize eventually, like color in like that, right? So I already created several. Okay, so ready to, if I need to work on something, just pull them out, right? So the same way I do with my sentiment dies. All right. So those are the two things. So this one has this going back. Okay, so the one that came with the MFT die is okay. So it has this like the part of a tree. Okay, like a tree. All right, and then you have the actual swing. Okay, I'm thinking if I'm gonna add some more. Maybe I'll add some more for this one. It's a little flimsy still. Okay, so far my voice is okay. I still haven't had any coughing, so thank you, Lord, and I pray that I'll be able to finish this live stream, okay, without having a coughing fit. By the way, my friends, at 10 p.m., okay, in about 12:48. 48. Yes, in about 12 minutes from now, we're gonna have, okay, our first Canvas Card Challenge 18. Okay, it's the launch hop. Okay, so there's gonna be 15. Okay, it's gonna 15 hops, my friend. Okay, because each one of us in the design team will showcase one card using a specific sketch, and I am assigned to sketch number 6. So it is a giveaway hop. So if you watch in every hop, you can get a chance to win. Okay, because we do have sponsors for that giveaway hop. There is a passphrase. Okay, so you have to watch the actual video. So if you do want to go and watch that one in about 12 minutes, go ahead. Okay, and then or if you want, you can watch it later. Whatever it is. Okay, you'll have till April 12th. Okay, to actually watch the full. Yeah, I know it's gonna take a while because there's 15 videos, right? But I promise you, it's super worth it. Okay, just want to showcase to you what Canvas Card Challenge 18 sketches would look like. All right. Okay, so, oh my goodness, we have Eden. Okay, first and foremost, what is the price? Okay, okay, the price for Canvas Card Challenge. Okay, I actually forgot what would be the price for the hop. Okay, it's in the description. Okay, of the video. Good evening, Wims. Hello, hello, and of course, Eden, my dear friend. How are you? I miss you. I miss you, Eden. I hope that everything is well with you, my friend, and hopefully we can see each other again this year. Okay, all right. So let's put this card together. Okay, I will try my best to finish this as fast as I can. All right. So, okay, so let me see. Let's probably do the reveal wheel. Okay. The last time I did the reveal wheel was maybe 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. So let's see. And I actually just arrived. For those who are early, you saw that my live was supposed to be at 8:30. And then I said 9 o'clock. And then again, I moved it to 9:30 because I arrived quite late from the office. And then when I arrived, I was setting up and I realized, why can't my face camera work? And I realized that I actually brought I borrowed the wire of my camera going to my live stream setup for use in the office, and I had to go back to the office to get it. And so my son said, Mom, you should have a checklist so that you don't need, because it's more often than not that I have to go back to my office because I would forget something. My cell phone, okay, a key, this time around, a wire. So, and then my daughter, my moderator daughter, talked to my son and said, I heard her say, B-boy, because my son was like, oh no, we just arrived, we have to go back, because my son always accompanies me. And then Sammy said, Mommy's old. She forgets a lot of things. I said, that made me laugh, but it's true. All right. So this card, okay, this die actually, it's called the Reveal Wheel, okay, from Lawn Fawn, okay, is perfect for an A2 size card panel. That's a little bit smaller than that one, if you can see. Okay, so therefore you have enough of a give or of a space if you want to mat it. Okay, sorry, I wasn't able to prepare a sample. Okay, so you will just really have to, join me or go through this, okay, step by step. Okay, so I'm trying to look for, the papers that I have here. Okay, so this is going to be our final card size. Okay. I'm reading the site, if I'm reading the site correctly. Okay, what is it? I think it's 150. Oh, the price. Okay, the price of the mystery box, Jay. Sorry, I'm so out of things talaga. Okay, so there you go. With a 10% off. Yes, it's now just 150, Jay. Okay, I'm not sure if that is it, but I hope that's it. Okay, so that's the price of it's 10% off right now. Thank you so much, Jay. All right, so again, so you just die cut, okay, 2 of these. Okay, so 1, okay, for the back and 1 for the front. And then for one of them, okay, so you just, okay, this one is the add-on. Okay, and it's actually the part where you will reveal something. Okay, and it fits perfectly onto the top of your main die like so. Okay, and then you can just go grab a washi tape. Okay, and then, make sure that it's attached there so it's not gonna move. All right, and then after die cutting it, it would look something like this. All right. So I've already die cut it already. Okay. And then that's what it looks like. And so for this part, okay, this is it. And then you see that there's the smaller circle. Okay. And what I did was just simply to get a mini brad, the smallest brad that you can, because you want the head of that brad not to be higher. Okay. It has to be, what do you call that? Not higher. Shallower. Okay, then the height of the foam, okay, that you need to attach for. Okay, so again, how do you do it? Okay, so you have to make sure that when you die cut it, you will see that there's a part where there are like scored lines. Okay, around it, you can see. There you go. So you will turn that around. Okay, this is another thing that you scored, and then the the brad. Okay, push it in. Okay, so the head of the brad will be at the bottom. Okay, so this is the side of the the scallop circle with the scored lines. Oh my gosh, English is so hard for me tonight. All right. And then you just, open the legs of the brad like so. Now you see that I have here some kind of pencil markings, right? If you could just, come on camera. You can do this. There you go. Okay. So you see some, like scallop. I know that those are actually what do you call this? Clouds. Okay, so the next thing you would do is, remember I told you that you should die cut this twice. Okay, so but the second one you die cut with this one, right? So I passed it. So I decided I wanted to use a pattern paper. If you want a white one because you want to color it in, then no worries. See? Okay, so after that it would look like this. Okay, so together like that. Okay, so what you need to do next is to go, okay, grab that reveal wheel, this wheel, okay, and then, okay, there, remember I told you that there is that, indentation of scored line. Make sure that that scored line will not be seen. So you have to push this a little bit inside and to a point where you no longer see the scored line. Okay, and then as well in this what do you call this? As you go through it, you will see that, okay, there will be intervals. Come on. Okay, so there will be intervals. Okay, there's like a break. So you can put like pencil mark on that. I will just erase. So basically it's gonna be on the 12, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock mark if it's a clock. Right? So why I did that? Because it would help me, okay, or it would help you find, okay, so remember I told you, make sure that the scored part will be inside, but you will see that, once that, penciled mark that we did earlier on, it falls in the middle. Oh, of course. Okay, you have to go through the one with the opening rather. Okay, so in this part it's this. Right, so there it's in the middle. Okay, so once it's there, okay, I will now mark, okay, with my pencil, okay, the opening. In this case, it looks like a cloud, right? So I will just turn this and move this until I see the next pencil mark. There it is, the one that I made. Okay, and then, okay, I will make another pencil mark. Okay, and then I move it around again. Okay, make sure that it's not like that. Okay, make sure that that indentation or that scored line cannot be seen. Okay, and then you just mark it again until you have 4. In this case, I have 4. So these shapes or openings, the reveal openings, can actually vary. Okay, so depending on the add-on that you want. Okay, I'll show you that each of these. Okay, another thing that you could do is, instead of what I'm doing, they actually have something like this. Okay, that could be your guide. Let's say you want to have clouds that have only 3 openings. Okay, or you want to have ice cream. Right, so this is the coordinating die that you would put in here. Okay, here, and then this would be an add-on so that on that opening you can put an ice cream, right? There's a flower. Okay, there's so many. Okay, there's a half circle. Okay, there's a square. There's a flower. They released so many for all different occasions. So you have snowflakes. Okay, you even have apples. You have scallop oval flowers. You have eggs. Okay, you have, this is half circle. Okay, you have like for, the car window. Okay, you have, what do you call that? A fishbowl. Okay, you have a star. Wait, I should have used this. Anyways, I was in a hurry. Okay, you have a heart. Okay, you have like a window. Okay, you have square. Okay, and you have, what do you call that? Clouds. Those are the only ones. I know it's still a lot, right? That I have. Okay, but for tonight, the first thing that I saw when I flipped it was this one. That's it for me today. All right, so are there questions so far? Oh, thank you so much, my friend. Okay, yes, you could use this without the set using circle dies. Yes, and unless you want to, use, very creative. I think yes, absolutely, definitely. Okay, that would be fun to actually think of a way to not to you do this without the dice. Thank you so much. Is that I've been grasping for what's that word? What's that word? Right? Oh my goodness. I don't think I have it all, Shanna, but I think I have a lot, okay, of the release that they did because I was so in love with this one, right? So when I saw it, I said, "Oh, I love it. I want that." All right. So okay, so going back, okay. So now after you've done that, okay, what you can now do is to okay, so for now remove this so you can do the stamping. Okay, so I just attached that so I could, easily determine where, okay, I want to put this one. But again, it comes with this one. Okay, so if you want 4 dice, another way to do it is just to, just follow the shape and then just, go through, okay, that one. So the initial release of this one, they didn't have this kind. So they had a lot of tweaks, as the months passed by when this was released. So a lot of add-ons, okay, could be bought. Okay, so there you go. Okay, and then since it's just a pencil, you can easily erase. So what's the next step? Your next step now would be to stamp on it. Okay, if only I can find my... Okay, there you go. Okay, so let's go through this. Okay. All right. Sorry, my throat is starting to itch. Okay, so let's see. Since it's gonna be clouds, and I probably want to have a theme that's a little bit Easter or summer. Okay, let me see. I want to probably, but not too long because it might not fit. So I probably want to say smiles. Okay, wishing you happy birthday. You are so okay. Everything is okay. Let me see. Just wanted to say hi. Do we say hi? Just wanted to say thank you. Okay. Anyway, we can do straight one because if you have that like in a half circle, so they do have one that is like in a scallop. Oh my goodness. They're falling off from the plastic because I think I have not used them for a very long time. Let me see. Oh no. It won't be seen. So I have to do something just short. Maybe. Okay. I is too small. Hello? Wala? Ni hao? Many thanks. Sheshe. Okay, let me see. The best ever. Alright, I think hello. Hello would be good. Alright, so my stamp actually. Alright. Oh no, everything is starting to fall down. Many thanks. Many wishes. Wishing you. Okay, you know what? Many wishes. Maybe many wishes. Okay, so I just hope that it sticks. I think it's dirty. Maybe I didn't okay, I need to clean this one. Where is my wet tissue? I'm trying to look for my wet tissue. Okay. I'm loving this Hello. Hi, Dawn. Oh my gosh. Did you see what Dawn did? Dawn, I saw your latest work. It's like, my goodness. That paper, that project you did. It's amazing. I was like, it was so so realistic. I said, oh my goodness, that is super awesome. Okay, now, okay. Oh, okay. I thought, okay, since we're in a hurry, I will just, um, I will just do regular stamping. Okay, I won't be doing, okay. Okay, I have to line it up over here. Okay, so we'll say many wishes. Okay, and then we'll do a different sentiment. Maybe many wishes. Let's do very happy. Okay, so you can, do different sentiments. Okay. Okay, so maybe let's do very happy. Okay, my inking is not good. I need to add some more. Okay, that's better. Okay, and then let's do maybe, what is this? Super duper. Okay. Let's do super duper. Okay. Super duper. Oops, it's too big. It's way big. Here, that is a very tiny one. No, let's not do. Okay, maybe let's do hello. Okay, let's do hello. So tiny, right? Okay. So I hope that this inspires you. This summer, I know there's so many new releases, right? But do you remember the movie Toy Story? Right? Sometimes I would like look at my stuff and like, maybe they feel sad because they are not being used, right? So, oh my goodness. So maybe it's another way. Many wishes. Okay, maybe here. Mercy. Thank you. Right? So if only our supplies can talk, right? Or can speak, like the one in Toy Story, maybe it could be like for us crafters, it's the Crafty story. Maybe if they can talk, they would say, please use me. You haven't used me in a long time, right? So it's like that has been, one of the very nice things that has happened since I decided to be part of, this master class. It has given me the opportunity to just, go. Now I'm trying to just remove, okay, the lines or the pencil marks. Okay, you don't have to do this. Okay, it's just that I'm OC. Okay, what if by accident you see it? Or the recipient sees it, right? So I'm just removing the pencil marks. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock. Oh my goodness. The hop has started. Yes, thank you so much for those who are actually watching our the Kenja's Card Challenge 18. Woot woot. Okay. Hop that is happening right now. Okay, so it is a giveaway hop and you do get a chance to win a prize from Cards by Kendra. All right, 15 hops, my friend. 15 ways to actual opportunities for you to win. So there it is. This is going to be the one that can move. Okay, so it can be very happy, hello, mercy. Of course, there's another main sentiment there later on. Okay, so let us put this together. Remember, I removed this one. Okay, so now I'm gonna be just basically putting it back. Okay, like so. Okay. I'm just gonna push it in. Oops. Okay. It's so hard to navigate through the brads when they're so tiny and you have long nails. There you go. All right. And then you just open the legs. Okay, open the legs. All right. And then push it so that the head will not be as tall. Okay, the head has to be, okay, smaller or shorter than your, okay, what do you call that? Your foam tape. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit, okay, because I think they have lost their stickiness. What happened to my glue? Okay, so a lot of things are happening this April and May, right? So new releases, new stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, oh here, okay. So when you're trying to attach it, make sure that again, this line, okay, there is that line. Come on. Okay, there you go. It won't be seen, all right? So let's choose many wishes as a startup point. Okay, and then that one. Okay, and then we will, okay, look for the back panel. Okay, remember? Okay, we did 2 of that. Okay, and then we will simply, okay, push this in. Okay, let me see. Let us try. Okay, turning the wheel. Mercy! Hello! Very happy. Many wishes. Mercy. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so it's there. Okay, so now that you know that it's perfectly there, okay, so the next thing you need to do now is to attach this main card panel. Okay, but if you want, you can attach that later on. So let's decorate that one first. And this one, okay, will actually go to the back or your main card panel. In my case, where is that? Okay. Okay, I want to, okay, put this one. Okay, so the blue will be, okay, the color. Okay, if you have more time, if I have more time, yes, I would want to color that in. Okay, but this is a faster way, okay, to actually cover the back with the coordinating paper. In this case, it's a solid blue cardstock. Okay, by the way, the paper I'm using is actually part of Kendra's Card Challenge bonus printable for the month of Feb. Okay, so this one. So the pattern paper I'm using is this, and the solid one is this one. Okay, so it's the Pastel Spring Digital Card Making Kit. All right, so it's gonna look something like that. Okay, so we can already, okay, put this one. Okay, so you can go crazy with the adhesive for this one. All right. So there you go. The nice thing about liquid adhesive is that you still have a little bit of a time, and unless it's actually dried up, you can no longer move it, but otherwise you can still tweak it. All right, so there you go. You can move it like so. All right, so now let's move on to, okay, our cover panel first. Okay, so I do want to, as I mentioned, okay, I also want to, okay, remember, as is where is fine, but I do have add-on dies for this specific reveal shape. Okay, so you can have that one, or you can have the stitched border. So I'll show you what it looks like for both. And then you still have, you know, that part that comes out of it that are clouds that if you want, you can, you know, decorate the other parts of it. Let's use that. Okay, but I'll show you what what it looks like. So this is what the stitched border, okay, would look like. Hold on. All right, so that's the stitched border. Okay, and this is the one that's just regular. Okay, so both ways, it's pretty. It's beautiful, right? So, okay, so they can do that. Okay, and then we can, okay, add some of this over there if we want. Okay, so let's color that in. Hold on, I'll just. So let's just do, okay, a stormy sky. Okay. Oh, let me see. Hi, Linnea. How are you? Oh my gosh, I have been missing from Stan's live stream for the past how many months. So I am missing you guys. Thank you so much for dropping by. My friend Linnea Lemon is actually a dear friend, okay, from Stan's community. Thank you so much, my friend, for dropping by. Good morning. All right. Okay, so let's just color in some of these clouds before we actually put them in. So the nice thing about, this sticky mat is you can actually just, put them in and you won't have a problem trying to hold them, especially when they're this small, right? And you want to color them in. So let's just get this. Richard, how are you? Good morning, my friend. And Wims is back. I step away to make the baby. Absolutely, Wims. I'm so happy that you dropped by again. Maybe you should go to sleep because you have work tomorrow. But thank you so much, Wims. All right. Oh, Susan is here? Is Susan, did I miss? Is it Susan? Susan Trumper. Hi, Susan. Sorry, my friend. I missed your post. Lala, I love your hair with the clip. You know what? Because it keeps on falling on my eyes. So I have to put it like that. And it's so hot. It's like summer feels here. So if only I actually wanted to have like a crew cut. But then, the stylist suggested, ma'am, maybe you cannot. Maybe it's best that we just, try to make it as high as we can. Okay, because it's really so hot. It's like I cannot stand, the heat. So anything that would, prevent me from okay, I feel coughing fits going to start in a bit. Sorry. I have to drink. Okay, I'm sorry, my friends. I'm still a bit under the weather. recovering. Getting there. You know how it is, right? So, but I really don't want to be sick for a very long time. So I've been fighting it off. Okay, not trying to really like lie down in bed, because for me that weakens me. Okay, so I continue to work, but I just need to rest every now and then. Okay, to give my voice a time to recover, and at the same time, okay, don't forget to clean. Okay, there you go. Okay. So we have those cloud add-ons. Okay. As you know, Shanna suggested, my dear friends. Okay, hope that you are also that you check out some of my dear friends in the chat's channel. Almost all of you guys are content creators. Okay, most are crafters, some are awesome content creators, and I hope that if you have time to please do check my dear friends in the chat out. Okay, and see how awesome you all are. I am not a big channel, but and so I'm very, very grateful whenever you guys have, spent a little bit of your time here. Especially right now, it's so, morning time. Most of you are either getting ready for work, at work, right? So I'm truly, truly grateful. I wanted to go in earlier, but sometimes work really gets in the way, right? Of of being a content creator. Why did I do that? Why did I cut it, my friends? Okay, you know what? I should have done that earlier if I wanted to have that kind of hack. All right. Okay, so maybe it's like one cloud under the other cloud. Yes, like that. So it's not like like somehow they are like part of. Yeah, there you go. Isn't that nicer to look at, right? Okay. I actually have no idea how I'm gonna do this, what I'm gonna make. I just have, I just pulled out the dice and said, okay, this will have to do. We will make it work. We will make it work. Okay, and then this is part of the collection. It's actually the cover. So even the cover of the both bonus printable you can use. So I just cut that part. So this is that part. Okay, and I'm gonna attach it at the bottom part. Okay, so most of you do know that I do love fussy cutting. Okay, so if you have a scan and cut, you can actually use that. But for this one, I'm going to try and cut it as close to the outline of the image as possible. Okay, I have forgotten the chat again. Oh, Dawn, you made my MCA! Thank you! I hope you guys loved it! Oh my goodness, I'm so behind the chat. Again, hi Susan! Hello Martine, bonjour, hello, bonjour, bonjour. I'm not sure I'm making that, I'm pronouncing that correctly. My daughter might be like, Mom, what are you saying? I'm sorry, but I have Mercy. Mercy Buko. Right. I have been able to go to France and visit Paris. I actually wanted to watch the Wimbledon. I know Wimbledon. Is it Wimbledon in? What is the French Open? Wimbledon is in the UK. Hello, Lala. Hello. Okay, but I am a fan of tennis. I do not now. Did play tennis when I was younger. Now because of my bad knees, I cannot. One of the things I can, do well when I was still playing is that I am fast. Because I used to be very thin. Now that's not the case. All right, so we will just decorate this one first like so before we actually attach this, okay, to our cover card panel. Okay, so again, if you want, you can do a little bit of inking, mixed media on your cover, whatever it is, or you may just want to use pattern paper like what I'm doing right now. That saves you some time. Okay. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna cut this die. No. Okay, you know what? I don't want to cut that flower. It's so nice, so I'm just gonna cut it beside it. Okay, not halfway through its cute face. I'm just gonna do it like so. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, my friends. I don't know what caused this one. I just woke up after the MCA, I have not been actually feeling well already. And then I woke up with no voice and very terrible headache. All right. Okay, and then we're gonna put our sentiment. I'm just trying to look for finished sentiments so that additional sentiments. Where is the collection? Here it says have a really let me see something that would just wanted to say. There you go. I want to do just wanted to say mercy. Hello, right? So I think this sentiment is going to be the best sentiment to be used. Okay, so I'll just have to look for a sentiment strip. Okay, just wanted to say hello. Okay. I just need to find me a sentiment strip. I have a lot, but I'm not sure if I have it here. Unless I'm lazy, I don't want to cut anymore. Okay. You know what? What I'm gonna do, I have one that is already here. Always and forever. I'm gonna do the other side. Right? So that I don't need to cut anymore. Okay, there you go. See? If you are in a hurry, okay, just do like that. Just like so. There you go. Just wanted to say, okay, and then you can put that, okay, here. We could raise that part a little bit. Okay, where is my foam? Oh my goodness. I am just doing one card and yet my craft table, because I prepared for this live. The minute I arrived, I just pulled out the dice. I knew in my mind what I wanted to do. Okay, I had to look for the dice. And then, what paper, I grabbed. Oh, I still have some bonus printables of, the February bonus printable. Okay, I'm going to use that. Right? So, so everything here is basically, impromptu. I just have a more or less a basic idea of, what I want to do and how I want to put it together. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now we have to finally attach, the mechanism. Okay, so remember, this needs to move, right? So if you put the cover die, stick it directly onto the next one, then it's gonna have a difficulty to move, right? So you have to have a little bit of a give. So you need foam tape in between. Okay. So I'm gonna be using this in between. Okay, inside of those stitched borders. Okay, that we have. Okay, Wims has a question. Okay. The Sida. Okay, Susan. Oh yes, thank you so much for reminding me. Since I got sick. So, in the end, you know what? I decided to, for the past 3 years, this is my 4th year, my friends, that I have been going live every day, April, August, December. For the past 3 years. This is my 4th year. Okay, but since I got sick, because basically I also have so swamped with work. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna give myself grace. So I will skip SIDA craft every day in April. Okay, and just do SIDA in August. But okay, during the Holy Week. Okay, so that's Holy Monday. Okay, till probably the whole week. Okay, even Holy Week. Okay, but my theme is going to be all faith based. Okay, so there you go. Here in the Philippines, we are a Catholic Christian country. And so Holy Week here is really celebrated and there's no work. You could, the streets are going to be literally, no one in the streets from like Holy Thursday to Saturday. And most people will be going to their families or some will be traveling abroad for vacation. Okay, so that one I will at least that 7 days I will go live. Okay, since there's no work, right? So I can actually do a bit of crafting. Okay, so but probably for the Good Friday and Holy Saturday, I will be doing some faith-based crafting. Okay, and then for the rest, our different kinds of crafting. It's like a mini SIDA. So thank you, Susan. I'm so happy that actually I thought you guys maybe they didn't remember. Susan remembered that I actually was supposed to go live every day in April. So I'm going to definitely do that in August, okay? But in April, it's just going to be, okay, the week of the Holy Week. There you go. All right. Just wanted to say hello. Or just wanted to say very happy. Or just wanted to say many thanks. Or I just wanted to say merci, Martine. Or hello. Right? So it's a fun, very, very fun die set. That's why I bought almost all the add-ons because I know that it's something that I can, make a lot of different tweaks. Okay, again, I just use pattern paper here if you want to do mixed media with your backgrounds, whatever it is, right? To complement. Okay, it's just so fun to just, turn this wheel on and on and on. So I'm absolutely sure whoever you give this to will also appreciate it. All right, so that's the first card, and this is the interactive card that reveals something. You can even do, a small images if you don't want words. You have maybe already a sentiment here and you just want this to be images. That could be also fun. Maybe, clouds could be dark clouds. Okay. Or then maybe this one would be, sunny, right? So there's a reveal wheel that's actually day and night, something like that. So dark and then, sun. So the possibilities are absolutely, endless. All right. There you go. Okay. And we have Anna. Okay, yes. Resurrection Sunday. Yes. Right, Anna. Congratulations, my dear friends. This is Anna of My Cat and Crafts. Of course, she is a Filipina crafter, artist, but she's based in UAE and she just recently, was announced as part of the design team for this season of, I forgot the name of the company, but they make amazing products. I've scanned through their products. They're beautiful. Okay, maybe Kat can put down in the chat, okay, the name of the company where she is actually now part of the design team. So congratulations, Anna. Okay, you can check her Instagram. It's My Cat and Crafts. Okay, this is her YouTube. Okay. I should send you. Oh, thank you so much, Jay. I will miss seeing you all every day, but yay for you putting yourself and your mental health. Thank you, Susan. I actually want to do every day. It's just really the schedule. April here in the Philippines is summer. So a lot of the programs that I have for my business. I have a learning center and a review center for we prepare students for entrance exams for universities here in the Philippines and SATs and stuff like that. And we also have like crafting, our non-academic summer classes like theater. So there's so many moving parts that I'm preparing for. And I think it really had taken a toll on my health. That's why I got sick on top of preparing other classes, and then my life seems right. But during the, for how many years we were stuck at home, right? So it was super possible to do the craft every day, live every day in April, in August, in December. But as things start to go back to normal, it has been a little bit, more difficult. But I'm actually sad because I was looking forward to SIDA. All right, but definitely April, May, June. Okay, April, May, June, July. 4 more months. Okay, we'll have another SIDA. Thank you so much, Susan. I will miss you all as well. Crafting every day is so much fun, I tell you. There you go. It's Kelly Banks. All right. So please do check her out. She does a lot of different products, right? So, and then digital stuff. So please do check her out. And if you want more inspiration for that, check out, Anna of My Cat and Crafts. I'm so proud of her. Makes me want to use my dice too now. Yes, Anna. Yes, I'm really, that is basically what I'm trying to do for myself. I want to use the dice that I bought so many years ago, thinking that I will use it many, many times. But actually, in fact, not. Just several times. All right. So now we're going to revisit. Okay. It's really warm too. I heard, yes, it is. Right. So still getting there, getting there. Okay. That's why I'm trying not to go near my my son, my daughter, because I don't want to. Even if the students are coming in, I try to just put myself in the back room, make sure that I always wear a mask, just so if ever I cough, you know what? Whenever somebody would cough when you're in a public location or place, right? Everybody would. Does she have? You know what? All right. So, okay. So, again, the parts for this die, okay, are this one. So, this is the one that would actually be moving. This is the swing. Okay, swing die dynamics. Okay. And then this is the one that will cover it like so. Okay. And then, okay, that is for the MFT side. Okay. And then for the base one, okay, so I'm gonna be using this cover. Okay, this is the stitched heel. Okay, and this is the add-on to the stitched heel. Okay, which is a grass hillside. Okay, and then this is a cover die. Okay, which is what do you call this? Clouds. Sorry. These are called clouds. My goodness. Foggy brain still, my friends. All right. Okay. You know what? I want the lighter blue. Hold on. I want to look. That's dark. Hold on. There you go. Tumbled glass. I like tumbled glass better. Oh, I forgot green. We also need green for the tree. Okay. Sorry, guys. I really am not prepared. So I'm just grabbing whatever it is I can grab. Okay, so for the green ones, we're going to be using this three Bundled Sage, Rustic Wilderness, Mod Lawn. Let's see how it's going to fare. And for the blue, Tumbled Glass, and Stormy Sky. All right, so let's do this. Let's fold in. Okay, so first, before the the workstation becomes super messy. Okay, so let's first do the mechanism. Okay, so this is the one, okay, where you will attach your your swinging part of your mechanism. Okay. There you go. I am so amazed, at the artists, or the paper engineers who actually come up with this kinds of, project. Okay, I want this to be okay. I will layer this because it's very, very thin. Okay, so okay. There you go. It's very, very thin. Oh my guys, by the way, I just thought of Melissa. Have you ever are you guys friends with Melissa? Oh my gosh, did you see how big that I forgot what you called it. It's a halibut. Yeah, I think that was what it's called. My goodness. You know, saltwater fishing, is it what she calls it? She's from Alaska. She's an awesome crafter as well. And she posted their latest catch. It was like, I was so amazed. My goodness. That was one huge fish. Absolutely bigger than her. Okay, there you go. It's now becoming, sturdier. I think I cut four times just to make sure that, because this is a moving part. You know how it is with moving parts. If you've been following my interactive dice series thus far, oh no, my goodness, it fell on my. Okay, so sometimes I even use acetate. Okay, that's my material of choice. Okay, because it's very sturdy. Okay, it is it's not prone to what do you call that, tearing. But this one I want to color, so I decided I want to just layer this. Okay, so now that I have everything here, now we can actually start coloring our different parts in. This is very easy to put together, unlike the reveal wheel where it's a little bit tricky or trickier. Okay, I just want to clean, okay, my glass mat from adhesive. Okay, because I felt that I had put some over there. Okay, so let's start with this one. Do I have my graph? 20, 25. Let me see. What does it look like? Okay. Okay. All right. So we will color. Okay, I'm using Copic. If whatever coloring medium you have, go ahead and use it. And then if you want, okay, if you're very OC, you can even color the sides as well. Okay, I want to do that. All right. Okay, so that's the the swing. Okay, Okay, so I'm not, trying to make it perfect because I don't want to stay here forever. So that's why most of the time when you see me put things together, right? So the coloring is something that you would see. Oh, I've already colored in the image. Okay, because normally, especially if you want a little bit of a blending there, okay, so it would take time. Okay, so that would be our, okay, that one. And then we can now move on to our, okay, okay, so let's do this first. These are supposed to be like, the trees. Okay, so we'll go on and get a bit of a blending brush. Okay. Yes, halibut. How do you pronounce halibut? Halibut. It was awesome, Susan. I was like, to actually, I've seen some of those, in National Geographic like that, but not with somebody that you actually know. And it's like, Melissa, they did this. They got that fish. It's amazing. How crafters can be from all different kinds of, you know, um, career, right? So um, some of us are retired, some of us are in the what do you call this, in the health area, some of us are in business, some are in education, some are fishermen, right? So that's their business actually, right? So amazing. Some are teachers, educators, engineers, um doctors. One of my dear crafty friends, Charlene, is a lawyer. Okay, my best friend is a judge. Um, so many, but one thing binds us together is the fact that we love crafting or we love the arts, right? Okay, so the nice thing about glass as a mat is it's easy to clean. Okay, and then we can brush for the darker green. Okay, so that part, not all. Okay, so we do want that, that part. So if I can find, I cannot. Okay, if you have a tinier brush, okay, that would be nicer. Okay, and then we'll just get the darkest one. Okay, and then just do the sides. Okay. Just the sides. All right. So you need two of that though. Okay, why? I'll show you later why. So you need two. Okay, more or less of the same one. Okay, so we'll start off with the lightest one again first. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is to be like the tree. Remember the swing? Okay, a swing that's attached to a big, tree. Okay, where is my clean? Okay. Okay. Okay, and then one thing is I'm very, very heavy-handed. So okay. Okay, and then we go to the darkest one. Okay. Okay, I'm just, getting the ink from outside and slowly putting it in onto the sides. Okay, and then let's use the other one and just do a little bit more of a nicer blend. All right, so that's for the tree part. Okay, and then let's do the, okay, let us do the one for, okay, the grass. Okay, let's do Modlon. Okay, so we will be okay, so you don't need to cover the whole thing because it's actually gonna be, kind of hidden. I will hide it. It's normal. This is actually supposed to be an add-on to the inside of the card, but I'm just gonna be using it for, the outside. Okay, and then let me see. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't have to be really perfect because, this is just gonna be the, the grass part. Okay, it's gonna be like that. Okay, so let's clean up the table first. Okay, and remove this. Okay. Let me see what's happening. Hi, KM. Good evening, sis. How are you? Medyo late na kayo ah. When you have babies, toddlers, I know it's kind of hard to find a schedule, especially if you are also a working mom, right? So I'm super grateful to our friends who are here. It's actually pretty late here in the Philippines. So KM, Wims, in UAE, it's a little bit, I think maybe nighttime as well, but not too late just yet. But of course, Anna also has to do a lot of things at the home, and I'm so grateful that you also dropped by, my friend. And of course, our friends in the US, in North America, wherever you are, thank you for spending a little bit of your, precious time dropping by. And I hope that you are finding what we're doing right now, okay, kind of fun. Okay, something that hopefully inspires you to go and get some of the stuff that you have at home that you haven't, been using for quite a while. Okay, so let's go and let this month be our find means and ways to stretch your supplies. And if you do want, a guided one or more inspiration on that one, yes, I would love to invite you, my dear friends, for the Crafting Masterclass Series hosted by LV Handcrafted Lynn, where I will actually be, one of the instructors. Okay, so there will be 5 different ways to actually use your usual tools like your stamps, dies, stencils, embossing folders, and press plates in 5 more different ways than the usual, of course. Okay, there's the usual use of these tools, but in this masterclass, you will find, or we'll be showing you 5 more techniques. All right. So for my class, I'm gonna be doing the dice. 5 ways to use up your dice. So I hope that you could, join me for that one. Ayan. Okay, so now let's go to what part? Okay, I am missing a part. Where's my... There you go. Okay, my sky. Okay, so let's use the sky. Okay, so this part more or less. Okay, so I'll need the blue. Okay, so let's do tumbled glass. Let's move that. I'm running out of space. Okay, so for this part, okay, of my cover die, I want it to be a little bit blue. Okay. Just a tinge of blue. Okay, so the upper part, no need because it will actually be covered up. Okay, I'll show you in a little bit. Okay, so this is the swinging, the swing dynamics from MFT. Where's the cover? There. Okay, yeah, this one. Okay, finally, the cover die. Okay, so the stitched, what do you call this? The stitch cloud cover die. Okay, so this one is made from a die. There are actually stencils as well. So for today, I just wanted to use, the die part of, the die, the cloud stitch die. Okay, so I like tumbled glass because it's a very subtle blue. And it's like a perfect color for if you want to make like a, perfect sunny day kind of cloud, because the stormy sky is just too dark. Okay, so for this one, I think the only part that's gonna show actually is this upper part. Let me see, because this one will be covered, so only that part. Okay, so let's just focus on that side. And as you can see, I'm just basically just trying to add a little bit of color, okay, onto the one that's with a stitch. Okay. All right. Clean up. Where is the cover again? All right. Okay, just cleaning up. Okay, let me see. Right. KM, yes, KM, these beautiful ladies, they can actually do it all. But KM is one of those in the community, in the Filipino community, who's such an amazing talent. She can do, very clean and simple cards down to a very, very complicated, what do you call this, mixed media one. So she has been an instructor for many classes already here in the Filipino community, as well as international ones. So if you have not checked her out, please do check out her channel. Okay, she is KM Heartmade on Instagram, on YouTube, even on TikTok. All right, so that's what it's gonna look like. It doesn't look very nice in the screen. Okay, don't worry. Once we put it together, okay, so give yourself some grace. All right, so as they say, trust the process, right? So no worries if it doesn't look really nice in the beginning. It's just trust the process. Just continue on, okay, and then and see what happens. Okay. I want it to look like so. There you go. Okay, and then this part. Again, normally this one, I use this for the inside Okay, but it actually looks nice, right? Also, okay, so you can normally, this is part of the interactive die for the inside of a card. Okay, but did I put, no, did not. Okay. All right. Okay, and then I will put this one on top of that one. Come on, come on, camera. Okay, so the camera somehow is not doing justice. Okay, am I gonna put it down? Yeah, this is the main, so it's gonna be flat. Okay, so we're gonna put it flat. Okay, onto this one. Okay, how about this one pala? Okay, so okay, it has to be, okay, the other one has to be inside, the other one's gonna be outside. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, don't you worry. All right, there you go. You know what, if you want to, let me see, where's my mechanism? There you go. As long as it will cover my mechanism. Okay. Maybe my, okay, can I still lower this one? Pay for surgery coming up. Oh no, it's already dried up. Okay, but it's okay. Paper surgery coming up. Because I want to see a little bit more of my sky, right? Because if I did that, see, almost no more sky. So we will just lower it down a bit. Okay. We will just lower it down a bit. Okay, there you go. So that we can see more of our sky. Okay, don't worry, because that will not be seen anyway. Okay. There you go. Okay. All right. So, okay. I can now again put adhesive. Okay, that's a nice thing about liquid adhesive, right? So you can still do a little bit of, you know, paper surgery, so to speak. Okay. Okay. Oh no, Lala, how about the mechanism? Don't you worry, because we're going to put the mechanism right now. Okay, so that will go over there. Okay, so you do have to have something that will make it stay. Where is it? Oh, where is my mechanism? Where is my mechanism? Okay, breathe. Don't panic. Okay, there. No, but that's the oval. Where's the circle? There you go. Whew. Okay, so these are the slide disc, spin and slide disc. Okay, from MFT. Now, if you don't have this, no worries, because you can always use, you know, like some use dimes, or, you know, stacked up circle die, circle cuts, like the one I used previous episode, right? So you can create small circles like that and stack them up, okay, many times over until you have, you know, something like this. Okay. All right. So, and then we will put it like so. Okay, make it go up a little bit more so that it will not be thin. Okay, let me see. If that is enough, this is my swing. Okay. Okay, that's my swing. Okay, so, and we will put a little bit of adhesive on our swing. Okay, so I'll put the double-sided, and at the same time, okay, this is a 1/8 inch thick double-sided, and okay, wet adhesive at the same time. Okay, so we'll put it like that, like so. Just fold it in, so whatever is coming out, okay, just slide it in like so. And then let's add a little bit more adhesive. Okay, to make sure, okay, that it actually stays. Okay, like so. Okay, do I want to make it higher? Okay, that's why you need 2 of this, because you will cover that other side. Right? There you go. Now, since I used, okay, this grass, will it, okay, let me see if it will, okay, will it, or is it, is the, what do you call that? Is the grass catching on the mechanism? Okay, we should check it out first before. Okay, it's not so. Oh, it's catching on the grass. Let me think. I think I need to put. Okay. Do I have vellum? Hold on. Or acetate? I cannot find it. Okay, I just need to probably attach, make sure that all my grass, especially the part where it's here. Okay, it's catching on the grass. This part. Okay. So this part, okay. So we need to, okay, so check first your mechanism. I forgot. Yes, so this part. Okay. It's not, it's basically, it needs to be super flat. Okay, otherwise, it's gonna snag the swing. Okay, so what is catching this one this time? How about if I make it 2? Let's see. Is it gonna be too high? Yeah, I think so. Okay, anyways, let's try this one first. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah, it's like a makeup brush, right? I've got my grandson. Okay. Have a great, okay, stay safe, Shanna. Okay, guys, also, if you do have time this week, please do join us in the hop. We just released the launch for, okay, make sure that when you do this, by the way, that you are not gonna get, you're not gonna snug this one. Okay, it's not gonna okay, hit the mechanism so that it will continue to swing. So only I'm gonna put this part. Okay, so as I was saying, okay, so Kendra's card challenge 18. Yes, it's in its 18th quarter. Okay, 18th season. So divide by 4. 3. 3, 6, 9. So divided by 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16. So 4.5 years of awesome sketches from Kendra's Card Challenge, right? And it is a giveaway hub. Okay, so for every video that you watch, you can actually win a prize, right? So don't forget that there is a passphrase for each of the videos. Okay, and so you please don't forget to make sure that you hit that. Okay, oh, is it enough? Okay, if ever I'm gonna do. Okay. It's really the, okay. Ching, ching, it's the grass. Ding. Or I made it too thick. I made this like 4 layers. I think by making it 4 layers, now it's finding a hard time to swing. There you go. All right. So maybe when I put something, yay, in the swing, it's gonna be better. Okay. So for the swing mechanism. All right. So I already have this in stock. I colored this many moons ago. Okay. So let's see what we can put in the swing. Maybe we can put her because it's, Easter and spring. Okay, we can probably put the bunny over there. Okay, I would probably put her there and then her head over in one of the. Okay, this is tricky. This is gonna be tricky to attach. Okay, and then one of. No, not this part. This part of her head. Okay, well, let's see how. I hope I can do this perfectly. We can do this. We still want to show the swing, that she's actually on the swing. There you go. It's so cute, right? Okay, so okay, again, I have to do it like that because if I do it like this, it's getting snug on the. So maybe what I can do here is I have to put like maybe an acetate or a vellum or I don't know what. Make sure that it's not gonna get snug in the grass. All right. So there. So now let's just put in my sentiment for this one and a little bit of bling. Okay, let me see what I have here. If I still have. Okay, enough. Okay, let me see. Okay, friend. Okay. Yeah, Susan said, bye, Shanna. I'm sorry, Susan. I was so late putting in your comment. All right, thank you so much. We're almost done, my friends. Yay! Right, so sometimes it's also okay not to prepare. Right? Preparation is nice, but when you don't have time, okay, don't make it a reason not to craft. Okay? Oh, I still actually have all of this. Okay? Happy Easter. Okay, but they're too big. The sentiments are too big. The Happy Easter are too big. Okay. Okay, let me go and look for more sentiments that we have here. Okay, look for, sentiments we can use. Okay, there you go. We'd probably say happy crafting. Or maybe we can add some more of her friends over there so that she's not lonely. Right? So maybe there, another one. Okay, maybe we can tuck her in. Let me see. If we do like that. Okay. Or you know what? If we do like this so that it will cover the grass. So that okay, she can easily swing like so. Okay, it's like maybe, yeah, her friend is playing also with her. Okay, there's some butterfly. You want to see the butterfly, Enably happy crafting over here. Oh, instead of happy Easter, happy crafting. Crafty friends are the best friends. But it's pink. Okay. Let me look. Crafty friends are the best friends. How nice. Let me see. Crafty friends are the best friends. How about yellow? Crafty friends are the best friends. Okay, let me see. You know, I emboss them in different colors. Yes, crafty friends are the best friends. Okay, I'm reminded of D. Her post recently. No. Okay, let's look for some more. Okay, I'm not so thrilled about. Okay, the sentiment. Okay, that could be a good one for the inside of. But I'm still looking for the perfect sentiment. Okay. Okay, that's why it's nice to have, you know, pre-made sentiments. There you go. I think that's a better one. Okay, there you go. Happy memories. All right, that's it. I knew it. See, just go through your stash, okay, and see what you've got. Okay, and then we'll do happy memories. Okay, and a little bit of bling. Okay, and of course, we need a card base for this. This is not yet the card. Oh, I'm so happy because, you know, no preparations, just an idea, right? So when you have all of the reason why we buy all of these things, right? Supplies and all of these things is that in the desire to make crafting easier, faster for us, right? So I hope, you know, I am really trying to make use of that thought in trying to, you know, ching, ching. Okay. Because if I do like that, it's not gonna, because it falls onto the grass. So, of course, when you do that, it's gonna be standing upright, right? So it's not gonna do like that. So it has to be standing up like that, right? So ding, swing, 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 swing. Right. So it's there you go. Again, I need to do something about my grass. My grass. Okay. I'm gonna try to first flatten my grass. Because I want to make it really, you know. Ching. Oh, there you go. That's better. Oh, you don't see it. It has to be. How can I show you this one? There you go. Okay. This one, the ears getting caught. I will redo this. I will make sure that I have like a plastic cover on top, acetate, so that this will definitely just swing very easily. So that's it. Okay. Oh, I said I'm gonna put some bling. Hold on. Where are my blingies? Okay, it was just here a while ago. There you go. Because I brought it to the office, so everything is there. You go. So that's the nice thing about this, you know, container. Okay, just simply, you know, let it slide. Where's my other card? Where's my first card? No. Hey, where's my first card? Oh, there. I panicked. Okay. Can you see the chaos that is at the top and the left and right side of my okay craft space? I cannot put like anything there that might hamper the movement. Okay, so I'm gonna put them over in bits and pieces. Oh, there you go. Ta-da! Okay. Okay, and then let's put some also here. Okay, I want to put some parts of my flowers. Okay, where's my pick tool? You know how it is when you're looking for your pick tool? Can't find them. Because it's easier to use this with the pick tool, to do this with the pick tool. Okay. So it's like, you know, dewdrops onto your like garden. All right. So these are the 2 interactive cards we have created today. Okay, let's move this so we can actually really see everything. All right. Wow, it looks so clean. So this is the reveal card. Okay. This is the reveal card again for those coming in late. Okay. So the mechanism, okay, this is the reveal part where you can actually reveal wheel. So there's a wheel at the inside where you can actually just move it. Okay, and it gives you different sentiments, or it can be images, whatever it is you want that you have pre-stamped, okay, onto it before you attach the mechanism, right? And then you just, you know, decorate as usual. I used Kendra's Card Challenge February bonus printable for the paper and the images for this one. Okay, and this is the one that is, okay, the swing mechanism, okay, the swing part, okay. So I decided to use this grass and I made this 4 times thicker. So I think the combination of that made it a little bit not so easy to swing. It gets snagged. I want the swing to be really smooth, okay, but I made this 4, maybe just 2 layers would have been enough, and then made sure that my grass was really, because look, if there's distance, bigger distance between that, it actually swings better. Okay, so here you have 2 I forgot already because I already did this. I think this was from last year. I colored them already and stamped and colored. This is not an ephemera. I stamped this, that fussy cut, and then colored them. Okay, and then that's it. Okay, so that is our card for today. I hope that you liked it. Again, I'm really trying to use up my dies, specifically my interactive dies, because I have so many of them and I feel I have not used them enough. Okay, the reason why I bought them in the first place, because, you know, interactive dies are a little bit more expensive or more spendy than your usual dies, because normally it comes with several dies, right? Some are even big. So it's a little bit more expensive. And if you only use it once or twice for a project, I feel that that is not, you know, a good use of your money, so to speak, right? So again, and if you want, you know, ideas of how you can stretch out those supplies that you have, not just dies, again, I would like to invite you over, okay, to a crafting masterclass series called Stretch Your Supplies. And yes, I'm teaching a masterclass, but this is not just me. It's a 5-day masterclass series where I am going to be actually joined by 4 other awesome, okay, instructors. So for 5 ways to stretch your stamps, it will be a Shalana. 5 ways to stretch your stencil, it will be Meg. 5 ways to stretch your embossing folders, it will be Stacy. And 5 ways to stretch your press plates will be Lynn. And yours truly will be 5 ways to stretch your dies. And we do have a special going on right now, okay, because the mystery box, okay, if you get the mystery box, you get access to all of those classes. You don't need to buy them individually, but if you do want to, just one class, that's also absolutely fine. But this is the best buy because you get free all access pass to all the classes on top of this many items: 1 to 3 hot foil or press plates, hot foil sheets, 3 to 5 stamps and dies, 1 paper pad, embellishments, and it's 10% off, okay, and it expires on April 15. All right, thank you so much. Oh, Shana is back and I'm still here. Oh, okay. So she's okay. She left already. There you go. I thought she was back. Okay. Thank you so much, Susan, for staying. Okay, for being here till the end. I would love to thank you all so much wherever you are in the world for joining me tonight and for being here despite my in and out voice and my coughing spritz of coughing every now and then. Hi Manong B, good evening po. All right, so with that, thank you so much and see you again this Saturday for another. Let me check what I'm gonna be doing this Saturday. Hopefully I still have a ton of interactive lives, so it probably might be that, or I might be doing a planner episode. Okay, this time around just the general planners because I have actually updated my planners to finish off March. Thank you so much, Dawn. I love all your updates as well, Dawn. Thank you so much, my friends, and that's it for tonight. Okay, and see you again. Okay, while I try to make this the right one. All right, so see you again on the next one. You see my kalat? We call that kalat in the Philippines. All right, and we will just move this there, so it's just them. All right. Bye. Don't forget to... Oh, I forgot. Okay, let's use this. All right, please don't forget to hit that notification bell so you always get notified when I go live. And of course, share. Thank you so much for those who shared and for those who continue to share. And if you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe. All right, and don't forget to hit that like. All right, with that, thank you so much. Have a great rest of the day wherever you are in the world. God bless. Bye.